Do you want to improve your Korean skills while enjoying K-dramas and K-variety shows? Then I'm confident this is the video you've been looking for. Not only will I recommend great content for learning Korean, but I will also introduce powerful tools to help you make these expressions your own. When you fully feel and understand the emotions and context of a scene, you're much more likely to remember the words and expressions for a long time. Plus, since you're exposed to different types of situations, you will naturally pick up vocabulary from a wide range of fields. Think about this. If you watch a 15-minute episode, you are exposed to at least 60 words per minute on average, which means you will hear around 3,000 to 5,000 words in just one episode. But if you watch just passively, you won't really absorb all those useful expressions. That's why today I'm going to show you how to really learn these expressions, especially the ones usually slip by without notice. Let's get started. My previous video on how to become a fast learner has now surpassed 10,000 views! That really showed me just how passionate you are about learning Korean. So in today's video, I will show you the exact methods that people use to improve their Korean skills through K-dramas and K-variety shows. After teaching over 1,500 Korean lessons, I've seen that students who use these methods not just watch the video passively, show a much faster and stronger improvement in their Korean skills. And the most important tip is using subtitles the right way. It's not just about turning subtitles on, then turning them off and watching the video again. There's a much better way, and I will show you how. Here's what you will get in this video. 1. Korean dramas and variety shows recommended for language learning. Not all shows are helpful for learners. I will share the top 8 picks that I personally recommended as a Korean teacher. 2. Subtitle tools you can use on YouTube and Netflix. Easy and completely free tools that make your study time way more effective. 3. How to actually make subtitles yours. These are real methods used by my students. Ones that led to real results. Do you watch a lot of Korean dramas and variety shows but feel like your Korean isn't really improving? That's completely normal. But why is that? It's because when you watch Korean content with subtitles in your native language, your brain naturally focuses on the language it can process the fastest, which means it pays less attention to the actual Korean audio. As a result, you're not really training your ears to understand Korean. To make real progress, you need to watch with Korean subtitles first, then spend time repeating the parts you didn't understand, listening again and again until the expressions stick. In a previous video, I shared how watching less of Korean content is one of the best ways to expand your sentence patterns. Now, I will take that a step further and recommend some great YouTube channels and K-dramas. Not only have Korean subtitles, but also make learning fun and effective. But here's something to keep in mind. Not all Korean variety shows on YouTube provide proper Korean subtitles. Auto-generated subtitles are often inaccurate, and the embedded subtitles in the video are either too small or don't include the everything speakers are saying. That's why I recommend focusing on the videos I will share. They are much better suited for Korean learners like you. 1. Daesung. This is the YouTube channel run by Daesung from Big Bang. With his bright and energetic personality, it's a great way to practice Korean listening while having fun. For example, in this clip, they explain how Koreans like to eat samgyeopsal with spicy chili peppers and garlic in lettuce wraps.
마늘이랑 청양고추 넣겠죠?
혹시 마늘이랑 청양고추 있어요? 입맛이 비슷하네. 나 완전 청양고추 파거든.
오 정말요 오빠? 청양고추 올리면?
배가 되잖아.
네.
맞아.
Through videos like this, you can learn everyday language and casual conversations that reflect Korean culture.
아 그죠? 케미스트리.
여러분들, 저 올해 크리스마스 트리 버리자. 케미스트리입니다.
Also, as you will see in this video, Daesung often uses wordplay and puns, which makes this channel perfect if you're interested in learning about Korean humor and playful expressions. 2. 뜬뜬. This is talk show hosted by Yoo Jae-seok, Korea's most popular MC. The show has a relaxed and friendly vibe like friends chatting, so it's perfect for learning natural Korean expressions and casual phrases. Recently, they uploaded travel vlogs like a trip to the Korean countryside. The countryside trip takes place in Uiseong, a rural area in Korea. You will get to see traditional Korean food and the cast cooking meals together, making it a great pick for anyone who wants to explore authentic Korean life and culture. 3. 살롱 드립. This is a talk show hosted by famous Korean comedian Jang Do-yeon. She's known for her wit and great communication skills, which makes her guests feel comfortable. So you will often hear stories and reactions that you won't see in other interviews. One of the most popular episodes features Byung-seok and Kim Hae-yoon, stars of the hit drama Lovely Runners. They share fun behind-the-scenes stories, and yes, there are some slightly heart-flirting moments too. If you have a favorite Korean celebrity, look for the episodes where they appear. It's a fun and engaging way to improve your listening skills. 4. Code. This show is all about chatting only through KakaoTalk without knowing who the other person is. It's filmed in casual texting mode using 반말, informal Korean.
미안, 유머가 안 통했다. 진짜 안 통했어.
So, it's a fantastic way to learn how Korean people really talk in messages. The fun part is that the cast members try to guess who they are talking to based on clues.
너 누구야?
But you, the viewer, already know who they are, so it's interesting to see how they guess. Also, once their real identities are revealed at the end, watching their reactions when things suddenly get awkward is part of the fun. Next, recommended Korean dramas for language learners. 1. 그해 우리는 Our Beloved Summer. This drama tells the story of two people who were filmed together for a documentary in high school and end up reuniting as adults. With its calm pacing and subtle emotional expressions, it's perfect for listening practice. The speech isn't too fast, and the tone is soft and reflective. And what makes it unique is that it's partially told in a mock interview format. You will get to hear both teenage and adult language styles throughout the show. If you're someone who enjoys emotional stories and wants to experience the mood of Korean news romance, this one's great fit. Oh, and the OST is amazing. You might find yourself humming the songs after finishing the show. 2. 비밀의 숲. 1. Stranger. This is a mystery crime drama where a prosecutor and a police officer uncover corruption hidden within powerful institutions. The main character doesn't express emotions, so his way to speaking is clear and deliberate. Perfect for listening practice. You will also learn legal vocabulary and formal expressions often used in the news,
직급에 상관없이 지검 전체를 대상으로 수사를 할
which makes it ideal for advanced learners. Thanks to its tight and suspenseful storytelling, this drama is considered one of Korea's best-made dramas. As you get drawn into the plot, you will naturally improve your vocabulary and comprehensions. 3. 멜로가 체질. Be melodramatic. This is a realistic and relatable drama about the lives, love, and work of three women in their 30s. It's both funny and thoughtful, with lots of deep, clever dialogue, making it a rich resource for learning expressive Korean language. By the end of the drama, your vocabulary and phrasing skills will have definitely improved. You will hear a wide range of conversational Korean, from casual chats between friends to romantic lines to heartfelt talks between parents and children. Plus, the soundtrack from this drama became super popular. You will probably catch yourself singing along to it after watching. 4. 갯마을 차차차. Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. This heartwarming romance tells the story of a dentist from Seoul who meets a lovable jack of all trades in a quiet seaside village. It's full of everyday conversations and emotional expressions. So it's a great fit for beginners to intermediate learners. You will hear natural casual speech used by local villagers and get a taste of Korean culture and values through their daily lives. The show is set in a beautiful seaside in Korea. So while learning, you will also enjoy scenic views of Jeju like landscape. In my Korean learning community, I organize and share useful expressions from content like this. So you can study the exact phrases used by native speakers in real shows. For beginners, I also provide a full Korean VOD course to help you build a strong foundation. I'm currently offering a 2-week free trial for subscribers, so if you're curious, check the link in the video description below. I'd love to see you there in community, learning and growing with me. Now let me show you how to watch these videos in a way that actually helps your Korean improve. Not just for fun, but for real results. Let's start with YouTube. I will use one of my recommended channel 집대성 as an example. Let's say we are watching the video where Blackpink's Rose appears. When you open the video, scroll down to the very bottom of the description. You will see a section labeled transcription. Click on it and you will see the full script appear right next to the video in real time. Since we are learning Korean, let's choose Korean as the subtitle language. Tip 1. Use the transcription to repeat when you miss it. Let's say someone says something you didn't fully understand. You want to hear it again. Click the timestamp next to the sentence in the transcript, and it will jump straight to that part of the video. This lets you replay any sentence as many times as you need. So it's super helpful for catching missed words, grammar points, or tricky expressions. By the way, my Korean podcast works the same way, so you can use this method there too. Tip 2. Search for a word and learn through context. Let's say you hear the word 입맛 for the first time. You're not quite sure what it means. Try pressing Ctrl F or Command F on Mac and typing 입맛. This will highlight every sentence in the transcript where the word appears. That way, you get to see how the word is used in different contexts. And while reading those lines, you might even discover new words you didn't know before. For example, 대성 said, 입맛이 비슷하네. And then a few seconds later he says, 입맛이 약간 비슷하네. Notice the extra word, 약간. It means a little or kind of. It's a small detail, but now you pick up a new adverb too. Bonus tip, understand the full context. If you go a step further and ask, why did he say their tastes are similar? Then you can listen to the sentences before and after that moment. Once you understand the full context, the word 입맛 will stick with you. You will no longer just recognize the word. You will understand how it works in real conversation. This is honestly one of my favorite ways to study. Whenever students forget certain words, I let them watch a video they loved, find the word, and go through it again. Once they hear it, read it, and understand it in a fun context, they never forget it again. Next up, Netflix. When you're watching Korean dramas or movies on Netflix, there's actually a great way to make your study time just as effective as when using YouTube. The tool is called Language Reactor. It's completely free to use and super helpful for Korean learners. It's a Chrome extension, so you will need to install it on the Chrome browser. Once it's installed, it will show up like this in your browser toolbar. Now, when you open a Netflix drama or movie you want to watch, turn on the Language Reactor extension. And just like on YouTube, Korean subtitles will appear on the side. It also shows you how to pronounce the Korean right above the subtitles, right? 2 smart ways to use this tool. Let's take the drama 그해 우리는 as an example. 1. Click on words to hear the pronunciation. If there's a word you don't know, for example, 잠깐, you can simply click it.
잠깐만.
You will hear
잠깐만.
how it's pronounced, and you will also see every sentence in the drama that uses that word. Even better, Language Reactor shows you additional example sentences that aren't from the drama but use the same word. So you can fully understand how and when to use it. 2. Save phrases to your own study list. If you find the sentence or phrase you want to remember, click the little star icon to save the entire sentence. This creates your own personalized list of expressions and vocabulary to review later. But it gets even better. Click practice and you can test yourself. Before starting practice mode, set the learning language to Korean and the translation language to your native language. Then choose your level. You can skip sentences that use words you already know and focus only on the parts you don't understand yet. In practice mode, the screen will hide the subtitles and you will just hear the line you saved.
뭐가?
성적 등수.
Plus, the programs even creates new questions for you automatically. This helps you test whether you can understand it without reading. A fantastic way to training your listening skills. This tool is so helpful for studying Korean. So next time you open Netflix, give it a try. It could completely changes how you learn through dramas. Now, some of you might be thinking, I want to really make these sentences my own. Or, I want to use what I learned from Netflix and YouTube in real conversations. Then here's what I recommend. Create your own context note. This is something many of my students do and it really works. Take a look at this example. One of my students took screenshots from the scenes, wrote down the words, and even added personal thoughts. Like, this scene was so funny. I really like this line. This kind of learner is amazing, seriously. When you do this, the phrases become unforgettable. Writing your reflections in Korean about when you watch it is a super effective practice because when you describe a moment you actually saw and how it made you feel, your vocabulary grows much faster. Here's another great example. This student made a list of unknown words from the video she watched. But she didn't stop there. She asked me the meaning, and later she made her own example sentences and even used those words in conversation several times. That's the perfect model of a fast learner. This student is now using advanced vocabulary in daily conversation, even words I haven't explicitly taught her yet. And guess what? You can do it too. Once you've created your content note, it's time to speak out loud. Of course, shadowing the lines from the video is helpful. But let's go one step further. Take the new words and expressions you've learned, make your own sentences, and say them out loud. That way, you're activating listening, reading, writing, and speaking. All 4 skills at once. And if you watch it this far, you are already an outstanding learner. Now, it's time to put these tools into action. So, the next time you watch a video, start practicing these methods, starting today. If you're not sure what to watch, go back to the recommendations I shared in this video. And if this video was helpful for you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I will be back soon with more fun and useful videos. See you next time. Bye for now.